Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome. This is the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. My name is Nick, call signs KN6DAL, and we want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. First and foremost, we want to say a big thank you to the W6VVR repeater and the Vacaville Radio Club. Also, thank you to the Freestar Network for the use of their repeaters and their digital connections. And shout out to the Mad Scientist Amateur Radio Club for the use of their repeater system. And then to the owners and operators of the WX5 NAS repeater system. And a big thanks to Mike, WG5EEK, Greg, W5GSW, and Brian, KK6BXP, for all their continued networking efforts. And we'll take a second and see if there's any priority or emergency traffic. If there is at any time, you can always say break break with your call sign. We'll clear the air and let you pass your message. Is there any emergency or priority traffic at this time? All right. The 2 Meter Crew is not an actual club. We're just a group of ham enthusiasts. We're learning and enjoying all things ham related. There's no dues, fees, or any charges to be a 2 Meter Crew member. If you're looking for more information, you can check out our website at 2metercrew.net. And there is also a link to a Discord group in the description on YouTube if you're interested in joining that. This is open, and it's an open net. Everyone's welcome. Feel free to join in and jump in on the discussion if you have any questions or just want to say hi. The 2 Meter Crew Net Anti-Net meets every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 3 a.m. 4 a.m. UTC. I got corrected on that last week on the W6VVR repeater, and we also have multiple different digital connections you can connect through. We have Echolink at W6VVR-R. We also have Allstar Nodes 51094 and 512342. You can also connect with us at DMR Talk Group 3174-117 and through YSF Reflector 50462. Freestar is linked up tonight, and their All-Star links are 2195 and 2196. You can also access us through the Mad Scientist Amateur Radio Club repeater in San Mateo, California. And if you can't reach us through any of our digital connections or through a repeater, you can join our Zoom link. There's going to be a description in the chat on YouTube. And our YouTube channel is Northwest Ham Shack. If you like and subscribe, you'll get notifications when we go live every week. And we'll be posting that Zoom link here in a little bit. So before we move on to just general chat, just taking a look out there to see if there's anybody who has a new call sign who has never checked in with us before, or anyone who's recently upgraded their call. Any class upgrades or new operators, come on in now.
I think you timed her out, Nick.
Sounds about right. All right, I might have timed some stuff out there, so I'll call again. Any new check-ins, never checked in with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net, or any new operators or upgrades to their license, come on in now.
Hey Nick, this is Mike WG5EK. I am attempting to download Zoom, but I just want to say hello. And the last time I've been on this net, I was a technician, so now I am a general as of October. That's been a while. But yeah, I'm on my way, but I just want to say hello and thank you for running the net, and thanks for all the repeater owners and link systems out there that host the net.
Hey, what's up, Mike? It's good to hear from you, man. I'm glad you jumped on and said hi. And I know I've already said it, but huge congratulations on the upgrade. And I've been watching you doing your chat and all the different stuff you're doing with HF. That sounds like a lot of fun. Hopefully you can get Zoom downloaded and come on here and we can say hi for a little bit. But yeah, I appreciate you checking in, and we will hopefully hear from you soon. And congratulations on the upgrade. This is Nick, KN6DAL. Any other license upgrades or new operators that want to check in? You know, I remember when I first started operating I was getting on repeaters and I was listening quite a bit. and I was always kind of in that mode where like I wanted to key up and talk to people that I didn't know. But the thing was, every time I would be like, oh yeah, I have something I could add to the conversation, then somebody else would key up, right? And that might have been just the repeater systems I was pursuing down in California, but that may have been part of it. But I think part of it was that when you're starting out, you don't really know when's the appropriate time to come in and when's the appropriate time to key up, and it can be one of those things. You don't want to make anybody mad, and you don't want to step on any toes, especially when you don't know everybody that's in the middle of talking. So that's partly why in the very beginning of this, I like to leave some room for people, just so that anybody that's new out there knows, ham radio is for everybody. You don't have to be experienced. You don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to press that button and start talking. And so that's the whole purpose of leaving room in the beginning for people to check in, especially if you're new and maybe you haven't had an opportunity to check in on any net before. We just want to keep that open. So I'll take one last call. We'll see if there's anybody new or anybody who hasn't checked in with us or any upgrades to your license. Come on in now. Okay, now I'm just killing time, right?
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Kilo November 6th, Papa Alpha Alpha. Jeff over in the Santa Cruz Mountains, checking in. Thanks for having me doing that.
Hey, Jeff, thanks for checking in with us, man. I didn't really have anything put together, so I kind of came up with this topic in about 4 seconds right before I started. So I'll throw it out there. What's your favorite holiday tradition?
Oh, well, I have many, one for each, but I guess the favorite would be to run away from home for Christmas for a few days, prior to the 25th, hide out on the beach, listen to the waves crashing, have a little clam chowder, a couple beers, glass of wine, come home, Merry Christmas. Kilo November 6th, Alpha Alpha.
I like it, like a pre-Christmas vacation. That actually sounds like it would be a blast. And I completely forgot to ask you this, Mike, and I'm glad you're here. I forgot. I had wrote this question down and I didn't even ask it to you. What's your favorite holiday tradition?
My favorite holiday tradition, I guess would just have to be putting up the Christmas lights. It's just a fun thing to do. The kids really enjoy it, and it kind of makes the neighborhood feel a little bit more connected, because everyone's doing it. And I don't know, it's kind of fun. But yeah, just for call sign purposes, WG5EEK.
All right, thanks, Mike, and thanks again, Jeff, for checking in. This is Nick, KN6DAL, with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net, looking for any check-ins. Come on in now. All right, let's see. Dave, you're distracting me with your with your video background, and your truck is just sliding all over the place. It's so funny. K6WBY, how's it going tonight?
Hey, Nick, thanks a lot. This is Dave, K6WBY. Going really well. Been kind of a slow week in ham radio. This last weekend, we did get out and got to play a little off-road and actually just this picture that you're looking at, just below this, we actually ended up rescuing a guy and his family out Christmas tree hunting. So a guy, his wife, and two very young daughters that were just buried in the snow. There no hope, no chance of getting out of there, no means of communication whatsoever, that you could not walk from this point to cell service, period. Not a single self-rescue tool, but kind of fun, and did bump into another ham up there. But just knowing that you have the capability and communication in remote areas to reach out to people if you needed to. So yeah, doing good. My favorite Christmas tradition is revving up my little brother and letting him go. So every chance I get, I just tweak a couple little knobs and just set him off. It's pretty fun. Back to you, K6WBY.
Thanks, Dave. K6DAL. What kind of vehicle were they in? The people that were stuck?
Yeah, so he was in a four-wheel drive Dodge 2500. It's 3/4 ton with the really big cab. And it had the stock fancy chrome rims on it, practically bald highway tires. I mean, he had no business being where he was. And when we drove past him, there was actually a group that was with him, and I assumed that they were together. We went a little further up the hill, got to the point where we said, nah, this is not gonna go well, let's turn around. And as we proceeded back down the hill, he was then by himself. So we spent an hour and a half, winching, trying to get him turned around, and we got him out of there. It was just a long process, but it would have been probably a story we would have been reading about. If he was lucky, he had enough fuel to last through the night, and maybe somebody would have seen him in the morning. But we were kind of the last ones off of the mountain, and he was way up where he didn't belong.
Yeah. Well, I bet he was grateful for you.
Yes, he was.
Maybe he'll be a new call sign we hear on here one day. He'll learn his lesson. We'll see. All right. Thanks a lot for checking in with us, Dave. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net, looking for any check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now.
K6SRV, Servando in Fairfield.
What?
Man, Servando, you're teasing me. I keep hearing your voice, but I want to see that beautiful face. I just know one day I'm going to see you jump on Zoom. How's it going tonight, man?
Good. I had every intention to be on, but I gotta watch the girls. But I'll shoot for next week. But yeah, you guys sound really good on the repeater. Happy to check in.
Well, you're not getting out that easy. You got to tell us. The question tonight is, what is your favorite holiday tradition?
Ask him about QRP.
I gotta say, going up to the Sierra and chopping down the Christmas tree, that's been a tradition of ours. I really enjoy that. Close second would be lighting off legal fireworks on 4th of July.
Oh, that's awesome. I haven't gone up Christmas tree hunting in years, but when I lived over here before, there's a lot of trees where we live, and that's a pretty popular activity. We used to do it every year.
We'll be starting this Christmas Eve on Saturday, 2100 UTC. Want another recipe to get in? A cup or two of Freestar and some IRN. Sprinkle heavily with some Rock Dash ham. A big heaping
This is coming in through
tablespoon
Freestar right now. Oh, sorry, Servando. Freestar got a little wild there over the top of us. I'm not sure who that was, but thanks for checking in, man. We'll catch you. We'll catch you maybe next week. All right. That was
man, I was confused. I thought I was getting my pen ready. I thought I was going to get a sweet recipe for a ham. That was both weird and hilarious. Thanks for allowing me to check in. Have fun, guys. I'll be listening. K6SRV, Servando and Fairfield, California, United States of America.
All right, who else we got out there? Anybody want to check into the 2 meter crew anti-net? Come on in now.
Kilo 6, Papa Radio Mike, Mark in Rio Vista.
All right, I think I got it right. Kilo 6, Papa Romeo Mike. And was that Mark in Rio Vista?
Yes, that's affirmative. Yep, I'm enjoying all the Christmas lights and decorations, and the kids are in Vacaville, so we can enjoy Christmases together. Over.
Awesome. Well, thanks for checking in with us, Mark. Tell us, what is your favorite holiday tradition?
I've got a favorite one and pass it on with the kids. When we were in Florida, when my kids were growing up, we had a sleigh with some reindeer, and what we would do is the night before is, you know how you put out cookies and milk for Santa. We take a bowl of oatmeal and put some sprinkles on top. And what I would do in the middle of the night, you know, when after the kids went to bed, is I think it looked like, you know, the reindeer had eaten most of it, but left a little bit. They left a little bit of a mess and just a little bit on the inside the bowl to make it look like the reindeer had come and eaten their magic dust. And then, of course, you know, Santa with the cookies. Over.
Hey, you know what? I think that's the first time I've ever heard of someone putting something out there for the reindeer, so I like it. That's awesome. Well, thanks for checking in with us, Mark. We appreciate it. We're here every Wednesday night. Stop on by anytime. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 meter crew anti-net. We're looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now. All right, we got the mics all warmed up for you, Dan. N6ETR, how you doing tonight?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Nick. This is Dan, N6ETR. I'm doing all right. Nice to hear some of these holiday traditions. Not a whole lot going on in the ham radio world. My project for silkscreen printing has been put on hold till the next available sunlight on my day off, which is this weekend. So I'm looking forward to providing some more progress on that in next week's meeting.
You're not going to get out without answering your favorite holiday tradition, so we can sit here quiet all night long if we need to.
All right. So here's what I do, right? Ideally, I get 3 or 4 days off in a row for Christmas. And so what I do is right before that on a normal day, I do all my grocery shopping, and then I get home on that last day of work, and then I don't leave the house again until the following week. With the exception of I'll spend a few hours at my parents' house in exchange for free food and a Christmas gift. That's what I do. Otherwise, I see this as a beautiful opportunity to dive into some Heathkit, ham radio, whatever stuff, clean the house. I consider it a time to get stuff done for myself. And so, and I enjoy the holiday and I hang out with my dog and drink some beer. This is Dan, N6ETR. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Dan. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 meter crew anti-net. We are looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now.
HJQ. We got HJQ Sunday downtown Australia.
Oh gosh, I recognize the call sign, but and you said it twice, and I only wrote down the suffix. I got HJQ. One more time on the call. Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, start of it is Victor Kilo, number 3, Hotel Juliet, Quebec. John in Australia.
Got it, John. Thank you. How's everything going there this evening? Or I think this afternoon for you.
Yeah, we're in tomorrow over here, so it's Thursday afternoon at 3:24. The snow's melted off the mountain. We had snow a couple of days ago, believe it or not, down under here in Australia. We're expecting snow for Christmas. 100 years, but I don't think so. It's up to 19 degrees today. Beautiful sunny day. A couple of white fluffy clouds and blue sky, so starting to warm up.
Well, that sounds much more pleasant than it is up here. I think it's going to snow either Saturday or Sunday up in our area. So tell us, John, what is your favorite holiday tradition?
Oh, favourite holiday? Because some people don't celebrate Christmas, so it's good that you say holiday. I don't know. We have so many of them. Having a Chrissy tree, putting the Chrissy lights up on me tower. I have rainbow lights lots of lights that flash up and down the tower. I don't know. Have Christmas lunch. Well, we always have Chrissy lunch with the family. Turkey. We try to have turkey, but sometimes I don't know. I'm not a fan of turkey, so I prefer barbecue chicken actually. So my wife usually gets me a chicken, and everybody else has turkey. so any one of those. Yeah, probably. I think the most what we do is Christmas is just get together as family. I think that's the most important thing there ever.
No, I couldn't agree with you more, John. I appreciate it. Thanks for checking in with us. And yeah, a lot of people have said something related to food, which that's always a good thing. That's definitely a way to my heart. I can always eat a good meal. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. Looking for any and all check-ins. Come on in now.
W6CRP. Yeah, just got in here first time on the net. And November 9th.
Was that Carlos that I heard? W6CRP? How's it going?
Pretty good. Sitting down here in the shack and tuning in some stuff. Forgot the 2 Meter Crew was on tonight, so good thing I caught that. But long time no hear, man. Good to hear from you guys.
Yeah, it's good to hear you, man. Tonight's topic is, what's your favorite holiday tradition? What do you got? It's Carlos.
Well, it's probably pretty typical for a lot of families, but we have a close-knit family, and so everybody gets together at one of our houses. Nieces, nephews, everybody who can make it comes on in. We do Mexican food. The under 18 kids all get gifts. The rest of us do a white elephant gift exchange, and it's just good to catch up with everybody. Older you get, seems like the less you see them. Life gets busy. W6CRP.
Absolutely, that sounds like a great time. Well, Carlos, if we don't hear from you before Christmas, I hope you enjoy your family. And it was really good to hear you on tonight, man. Hopefully we can catch you on a Zoom chat here one of these nights. But until then, man, I'll say 7-3 to you, and I hope you stay safe, stay warm, and we'll see you around. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. We're looking for any and all check-ins. Come on in now.
Yeah, this is November 9er, Zulu, India, Victor. November 9er, Zulu, India, Victor.
All right, N9ZIV, how are you doing tonight? This was the guy that was doing it on Freestar, I think.
Doing well, sir. Thank you for asking. Yourself?
Oh, we're just having a great time. We're hanging out here. There's 5 of us on a Zoom chat. This is being live streamed on YouTube. And we're just taking check-ins from people to see how everybody's doing tonight. And our question of the night is what's your favorite holiday tradition?
Wow. Well, it's always family, of course, you know. I don't know. But I'm the only one left. So, well, no, I shouldn't say that. I have two brothers. So, probably go to my brothers and have a meal. Like always, get stuffed and, that's what we always do. At funerals, after funerals we eat, and, and after church we eat, and always eat, man. Anyway, fat Americans, I reckon. Back to you, sir. November 9, Zulu India Victor.
All right. Thanks for checking in with us. We appreciate it. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net, looking for any and all check-ins. Come on in now.
Two-two-six VTJ, Folsom Mobile. Good evening.
Well, good evening. I'm pretty sure I just butchered your call writing it down, but I think it was KK6VTJ. If that's totally wrong, just correct me on your comeback.
It's hard to remember call letter, but it's Kilo Juliet 6 Victor Tango Juliet, so I think you were pretty close. I don't remember what you said for the first part, but it's Kilo Juliet 6 Victor Tango Juliet.
All right, I got it that time. See, I'm like stuck in the 50s. I just like handwrite everything down. I have a big old stack of notebooks of like every anti-net, and it's just literally handwritten chicken scratch of people checking in. So if you ever want to know who was on for the last few years, it's all handwritten in my shack. So tell us, what's your favorite holiday tradition?
Oh, golly, I've got a lot of good ones. And yes, I understand about the notes. I am the same way, too. I think probably my favorite is either going to be going to church for Christmas Eve, or once a year, my whole family, we get together, go down to a small little Christmas ornament shop in Folsom. We pick out a Christmas ornament that represented what happened in that year, and we've been doing this tradition for 27 years. And counting, uninterrupted. So that's probably going to be one of my favorites right there.
Well, that's a good one. I appreciate it. Thanks for checking in with us. And keep in mind, we're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're always here to take check-ins and see how everybody's doing. So appreciate you coming out tonight. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net, looking for any check-ins anywhere. Come on in now.
Kilo Alpha 6, Kilo Alpha Hotel, Walnut Creek. Just happy holidays to all. Just wanted to check in. I was on the other station. I heard about you guys over here. So I just want to come over and say hi. Happy holidays. Best to everybody. And,
All right. Thanks for checking in with us. We have a topic tonight. The question is, what's your favorite holiday tradition?
tell you what, my best holiday tradition is the garland, the smell. You know, when we're kids, we all have that smell, either if it's food or whatever when you come in the house. But I always like the the garland, the pine, the sap, you know, that strong, you know, the Douglas fir. Oh my God, that just makes me feel like I just want a hug from Grandma. You know what I mean? So that would be my answer. And yeah, I see y'all. Merry Christmas, K6KH.
All right, K6KAH. Thank you for checking in with us tonight. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net, looking for any and all check-ins. Come on in now. I don't think you guys understand.
May I ask you a question? And then do that me?
I didn't catch the call sign, but go ahead with your question. Or don't.
Yeah, I gave after I said question. Maybe you didn't receive it. November 9 or Zulu and the Victor recheck. Nick. And Nicholas? St. Nick? Are you Santa Claus? Go ahead. I was just wondering how you arrived at the name whatever the name of the net. Over.
Yeah, that was two questions. The first question, am I Saint Nick? If I was, I don't think I could tell you that for sure, but don't tell anyone. Yes, I am. And then the second question is, we derived the name Anti-Net because we are a bunch of young punk, selfish kids that don't want to allow the real net to take place. No, I'm just kidding. We actually kind of derived it from a long time ago where we were on a repeater and we couldn't have a net, and so we called it an anti-net, and we still got kicked off the repeater.
I can relate to that. I can definitely relate to that. You know, around my community here, man, oh man, whenever even on Simplex, as soon as I get up on Simplex, you know, somebody will call me on the phone, you know, and get my phone going, ring, ring, and then hang up. You know, I don't know, man. And like tonight, you know, the net was getting ready to come on, you know, on the local repeater, and all I did was say, there's a net in 5 minutes. They're standing standing by for the net in 5 minutes. PL at 88.5, and there's one dude down there and said, I don't want to tell you again, I'm going to turn my video off. You know, and got all over my case, man. You know, like, get off my back, Jack.
What do I do with that?
Get off his back, Jack.
Get off the back, Jack. All right, well, awesome. Thanks for checking in with us again. I appreciate it. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. We got Jonathan in the house. I don't remember your call sign, Jonathan. What is it?
Oh, KN6TYF. And thanks for having me.
So what's new? How's it going? What's your favorite holiday tradition? Give us the go around.
Yeah. So I have two holiday traditions. Both are a little unconventional, I guess. But the first one is every December, I always donate my time or my energy or my money. And you should do the same. Volunteer, support the, charities, nonprofits, the people that do work that you care about. I like the EFF. donate to them. If you're into computers or cyber world at all, like, it's a good plug. They do lots of good work. The other, I kind of detest Thanksgiving. So, I like the food. I just don't like all the hoopla that goes with it. So every Thanksgiving we usually take off. Like, I just got back from Colombia. I was there a little more than 2 weeks. It's great. It was 90 degrees. It was humid. We're on an island, the Caribbean Ocean. It was amazing. And so that's kind of our annual holiday tradition, is the international trip away from here. And we haven't been able to do that, for various reasons the past few years. So it felt really good to get back out there. I'll do a little bit of, Christmas stuff, put the tree up, put the lights up, all that good stuff. But yeah, take time for yourself too. You're also important. So with that, I will say thanks for letting me chime in, and hope everyone's doing good.
That's awesome. Thanks for jumping on and saying hi with us tonight. We appreciate having you. This is Nick, KN6DAL, with the 2 Meter Crew Antinet. We're going to be taking the last couple check-ins here, and we'll be moving over to just hanging out on YouTube and in the Zoom chat. There is I submitted a post in the chat on YouTube. If you're interested in joining our Zoom link, you can always go to Northwest Ham Shack on YouTube and join that link. This is Nick again, KN6DAL, and we will take last rounds of check-ins. Any last check-ins that want to come in and say hi, come on in now.
Last minute check-in, Kilo Golf 6, Alpha Echo Bravo. Good evening.
All right, I think I had KG6AEB. How's it going tonight?
Going pretty good, Nick. Long time no talk. Marcus here. Currently mobile in Concord.
Yeah, I haven't talked to you in a while. Hope everything's going good. How's life? And you got to answer our question. It is what's your favorite holiday tradition? What do you like to do around this time of year?
Life is good. I've been bouncing between down here in the Bay Area and up north Red Bluff. And favorite holiday tradition, I would say having all the family gather, and I usually do a big cookout. Usually smoke a turkey, sometimes a whole pig. But yeah, that's about it.
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad things are going well, and I appreciate you checking in with us and saying hi. Don't be a stranger. We're here pretty much every Wednesday unless I get stuck at work, and then we're not. But thanks again for checking in. This is Nick, KN6DAL, with the 2 Meter Crew Antinet. Looking for any last stations that want to check in. Come on in now.
Oh, Nick, I have the Kevin, and I said, get off my back, Jack. I didn't mean anybody named Jack. I know you're in the Northwest, and there's a real outstanding gentleman up there. His name is Jack, and I didn't mean that. I was just rhyming. You know what I'm saying? And it's all cool, man. You know, did I be big quiet? Sorry to interrupt.
What?
Just have a quick question. Was that Cheech?
All right. I don't know what to do with that. Carlos, how's it going, man? What was the question?
I was just wondering if that was Cheech sounded familiar from Cheech and Chong.
It could have been. It could have been. N9ZIV. All good, buddy. Thanks for your check-in. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. And Carlos, again, good to hear you. We'll take one last round. One last check-in. Anybody wants to check in, come on in now. Dun, dun, dun.
This is Whiskey 6, Delta Echo Foxtrot, WW6DEF, Darren, and Orangeville.
Darren, how goes it tonight? What's your favorite holiday tradition?
Work.
That's a terrible way to end this anti-net. You got to come up with something different.
I'm a UPS driver, so the real Santa wears brown. So yeah, lots and lots of work right now. Lots of work. Can't believe I'm home right now.
Thank you for all you do.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a soldier in the streets as far as I'm concerned, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not real warm outside either. Bring back the summer. Anyways, though, thanks for running the net. Let's see, I'm looking forward to getting fat, eating chocolate, and drinking cold beer on Christmas Day. You guys all have a great holiday. WW6DEF. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Darren. Merry Christmas. We'll do it again. Last call for check-ins. Come on in now. All right, nothing being heard. We're gonna be Thank you for that. Appreciated. Freestar's on a little bit of a riot tonight. All right, thanks everybody for checking in to the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. If we don't hear from you next week, I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday season, and I hope that everyone enjoys time with their family. We will be here next Wednesday, and hopefully we'll see you then. And again, thanks to all the people who have taken part in putting this together with all the digital connections and all of that. So yada, yada, yada. I'm done yapping. 7-3 to everybody. Have yourself a good night. We're turning these machines back to their normal operation. Oh, I didn't catch that guy's name. I'm going to have to look that up. That guy was awesome.
Yeah, you should. Hey, so we're off the repeaters now, yeah?
Yeah, we're just on YouTube.
Cool. Yeah, I just wanted to show my shack setup now that I've got my HF system.
Yeah, you got the 991A and everything all set
Yeah,
up?
let me see if this will reach. I'm just gonna hopefully not unplug my camera. So I've got the 991A, which I got a killer deal on this thing. I've got the radio, the tuner, a power supply down there. Can't really see it, but it's there. Trust me, it's there. External speaker, grounding equipment like lightning arrestor. I got 50 foot of direct bury coax LMR 400, all for like $1,000. I was like, killer deal.
Nice.
It's a pretty good
Nice.
deal.
Yeah, so I forgot to show you. I got this mic from Kevin.
Yep,
So
I've got the same one. Yeah.
Yeah, and dude, this mic is awesome, man. Like it works really well once you get it dialed in onto like sideband. You've got all your processor stuff. I've got really good audio reports from that mic. It sounds great. Easy to wire into the 991A. It didn't come with, it was bare wire, and I just cut off a Ethernet cable and I wired it up.
Yep.
And it just works. It's great. So I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, so like I said, I've just got my upgrade back in October, and that was an ordeal. Let me tell you, for whatever reason, the FCC database and their whole system, it sucks, dude. I had to get a ticket opened up because after submitting my upgrade 3 times. The VEC submitted it 3 times. They were just like, nope, your address, your name is wrong. First of all, I was like, okay, well, take off my middle name. And they were like, okay, did that, didn't work. What's next? I'm like, I have no idea. Everything else on the report was the same. And so they had to open up a ticket, and I called in, and of course the person that answered didn't have any idea what to do, except they can add a note to, the ticket and say, hey, this licensee called in and is worried about this the upgrade. Can you please take a look at it? And I think that worked, because by the end of the day, it went through. But I had waited like a week and a half after I tested. I'm like, man, this is dumb. I'm tired of saying stroke alpha golf, and then people were like, what is that? What does that mean? I'm like, how do you not know what that means? Everybody should know what that means. But
it's literally a test question.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I was like, how did you get your license?
At least you got it when you were supposed to, because I did all of mine right when they were changing over from no cost to the fee, and it just went into a black hole.
Dang.
Like for weeks.
Crazy.
That's a good point, Mike. When I was filling out the information to get my vanity call sign, the Google somehow populated part of my phone number at the end of my name, because it like tries to pre-fill forms for you, and I didn't notice it. And so now on my like QRZ and my FCC, FRN page, it has like 287 after the end of my name.
Oh wow.
So I go back in there. When I realized it, everything was already submitted, and I was like, crap. But I should go back in there and change it again before I try and do something else, and then nothing else matches up.
Right.
Yeah.
I would never fill the form out that way, and then it's not going to match.
Yeah, exactly. I had to when I originally was starting to do all this radio stuff, I got a FRN, and then I got my GROL, my General Radio Operator's Telephone License. And so I had that FRN, and then I used that, I believe, to get my GMRS license, right? But when I got my amateur radio license, they just had, what's your social? They didn't ask me if I had an FRN, which of course I did. So they assigned me a new FRN. And so after I got all that stuff set up, I had to go in and unassociate everything from one FRN and put it all on another. And that was scary, because I was like, do you sure you want to disassociate? Because like, how are you going to pick it back up? But it wasn't too bad. I was like, man, if I disassociate, now it's like, this belongs to nobody. And like, now I don't have a license anymore. So it's very confusing. You have to log in through like 2 different websites through the FCC. And it's like, why can't they just put everything? It's called the Universal Licensing System, but it's not. You have CORS, you have ULS, you have like all. I'm like, come on, guys, just this. What year is this again? I mean, like, come on.
I think CORS is dead, and your VE should have required you to provide them an FRN.
Yeah, but not back when I got my technician license.
Yeah.
It was separate. So, but yeah, you're right. CORS is dead. But you still have to log in through a version of CORS with a username, not your FRN. But one of them, you needed your FRN still. I was like, just combine everything into once. It's like the FCC, they exist for a reason, but whoever does their programming side is just terrible. They need to figure that out.
Government employees.
I mean, just give them an extra $100 and give them a new website. I don't know. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, I think the code running most of that's like 20+ years old. So
I'm sure. Yeah.
We talked about that once. Remember, Mike, a while back about like I guess this is a little different because it's government related. But remember, we were talking about it seems like all ham radio related websites are just like archaic in design.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the people making them are archaic in design.
That's true. That's a good point.
It works, which is fine. I don't mind looking at an old website, but if it doesn't work, that's when I have.
Yeah.
Has anybody used one of those online testing for ham test?
Yeah, I did.
That's how I got my general. Yeah.
Did you do it through the one that's out of Alaska?
No.
No, it was somewhere in California, and because they offered free for military and veterans. I was like, that's me. I'm cheap. Let me do it.
Yeah. My son, I've been pushing it on him, 6 months ago. And he kind of, he's 17. Typical 17-year-old. And I haven't really said anything to him about it in quite some time. And just out of the blue the other day, he said, "Oh, when's the next test?" I'm like, "What? I bought you the
I'll get
book.
you
I
in
didn't
one
even
tomorrow."
realize you'd cracked it." Yeah. So I was trying to figure out where I've always done my test, and with my Elmer here in town, he's a VE over in Marin, and I texted him, and he's like, "Oh, the next one's not till January," which is the same day as my son's All-Star football game. So Servando turned me on to an online site, and I was I'd looked into that before, but just never done it myself, and it seems like it's pretty easy, but didn't know if anybody had any other recommendations.
Yeah, I found an open one. I think it was on Ham Study. It just lists like a million different like testing, and some of them are online. You can filter by online or in person. I think I signed up on like a Thursday, and then the test was on Saturday, and it was just like, here's your time. You have a window of like 8 until like say 10 o'clock, and they say, okay, you have to log in. We might not get to you until 9:30, but you got to stay prepared. But
Yeah.
I got in right. I signed in before 8. And they're like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "Yep." And then like they go through all the rules. They make sure you look at all the stuff, in your room, had everything cleared out. I was done in less than 15 minutes total. It was awesome. It was quick.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Check Ham Study. There's
Okay.
literally like 10 every day, all times.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. It makes sense, and it saves me a trip over to Marin. I was trying to, he's not ready today, but he's going to be ready in the next week or so. I think 2 weeks. I was thinking, man, can I get my extra at the same time? But I don't know if I'm going to be ready for that. Close, but maybe not quite.